Toastmaster Gayatri, you can start when it is 10:15.
Yes, Muthu, I'm making it live on YouTube.
Okay.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the 645th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. For those who do not know Toastmasters International, it is a non-profit organization founded by Ralph C. Smedley in 1924. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are few rules to be followed. I request all the speakers to refrain from taboo topics like sex, religion, and politics. Since it is an online meeting, I request the online participants to rename themselves as Toastmaster or guest followed by your name. And I request the participants to keep your microphone on mute when you're not speaking so that you don't disturb the speakers. And I'll be sharing one form to mark your attendance. This is for the Toastmasters and guests. So have a great meeting. I now hand over the stage to our presiding officer. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Gayatri, for nicely opening the meeting. And it is my privilege to welcome you all to the 645th meeting of MTC. Today, if we go further on, I would like to have the guest meeting, guest intro. I think today we have one guest. Guest Vaishnavi, can we have your intro, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm Vaishnavi. I'm doing a CA intermediate examinations. I have given my CA intermediate examination. I have been talking in stage since my preschool. Stage is not a new experience for me, but still, whenever I go to stage, it will be a pleasurable experience every single time. And I met Mr. Pat in the orientation course. I met him, and that's how I came to this wonderful meeting. Thank you for welcoming me here.
Thanks, guest Vaishnavi, for sharing your intro. Please get in touch with Toastmaster Anand. So I hope it will help you to join in the Toastmasters. Okay, with this,
Yes,
I open the. Yeah, thank you. With this, I declare the 645th meeting of Madras Toastmaster Club as open. Today, I'll be playing the role of Toastmaster of the day. For the benefit of the guest, I would like to introduce the Toastmasters meeting, how it is structured. Before that, I would like to introduce the word of the day and theme of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is inspire. So it means to influence, to move, or guide. The example of using the word of the day is he inspired generations of future scientists. The theme of the day is motivation. It means to act or the process of motivating. An example of using the theme of the day is a motivating force, stimulus, or influence. The fear of, an example could be, the fear of failure was the motivation of his achievements. Every Toastmasters meeting has 3 segments. The first segment is called the prepared speech, in which a set of prepared speakers will present their speech, and it will be evaluated by a team of evaluators. The second segment is called the most table topic segment, the evaluation segment. Now, to conduct this meeting effectively, I am assisted by General Evaluator and his team. Now, I want to introduce the General Evaluator of the day. is Toastmaster Venkatesh. He's working in PayPal as senior engineer manager and have 18 plus years in IT industry. His wife is a freelancer and have 2 kids. He loves traveling, especially in car. Now let me introduce Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thanks, Muthu. I believe there is probably there is a drop in your line, Muthu. Maybe you may want to check that. But thanks, Muthu, for that nice introduction. Hello, everyone. Good morning. So it's been online is probably the first or second meeting for me. Offline has always been the way we want to go forward with. But today I'm playing the role of a general evaluator. For people who are new to Toastmasters, the role of a general evaluator is basically to look at how the meeting proceedings go and look for opportunities on how we can improve further. And to assist further, I have my team, which is called as PAC team. So T for timer, A for counter, and G for grammarian. So that's TAG. As Peter Drucker once said, right? So what gets measured gets improved. So all of us are here to improve our leadership and communication skills. So in that aspect, these 3 team members will be monitoring or looking for opportunities for us to improve. And I would like to call upon each one of them to give their role and what they would be helping us with in today. First, timer. Timer is today played by Saravanan R. To give a brief introduction about Saravanan R, he works in Dow Corporation as a piping engineer, and his favorite pastimes are reading books and playing with his kid. Saravanan?
Yeah, I'm available.
Yeah. All right. Please, Saravanan, go ahead and explain your role to the team.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Venkatesh, for introducing me. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I play the role of timer. As a timer, my job is to time the speeches, which happens in various different formats of our meeting, that formal prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and evaluation speeches. I will also alert each speaker about the time they have left using green, yellow, green, red cards, which denotes a specific time period. I request all speakers to limit their speeches within the specific time limits. In case of prepared speech session, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. I will raise green at 5 minutes.
Sorry, timer. 1 second.
Yes, sir.
G and Toastmasters, sorry for the interruption. There is only one speaker, that is me. For me, the timing is 10 to 12 minutes. And I will give you the guidelines for that. Green will be at 7 for me, and amber will be at 10 minutes. Is it okay, timer?
Yes, sir. So red will be at 12 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it will be different. 3 minutes first.
Only, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Noted, sir. As Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir said, I will be timing his speech for a span of 7 to 12 minutes. I will raise green at 7 minutes, yellow at 10 minutes, and red at 12 minutes. In case of table topic section, time limit will be maximum 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. I will raise green at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. In case of evaluation session, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. I will raise green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. Over to you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan for that introduction. So let me move on to the next counter, Saravanan Vellandurai, if you're there. Can you just unmute yourself? And...
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh. The purpose of the R counter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as crutch by anyone who's speaking during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjunction such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be or, er. If we ignore such kind of words, audience will inspire our speech. At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan. for that introduction. Next, we have, and before I go, sorry, I forgot to introduce Saravanan. So let me give a brief introduction about Saravanan. So he is working as a lead engineer in GGS engineering, and his hobbies include listening music and playing badminton. Thank you, Saravanan, for that introduction. Sorry for that overview, and sorry for not introducing you before. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call the grammarian Anirudh to give a brief introduction about him. He is doing a design and is also learning piano and doing a pre-foundation course in piano. His hobbies are playing and watching cricket, chess, and playing piano, and singing and doing dub smash. Anirudh, over to you to introduce yourself and the role today.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes, Anirudh.
Yeah. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I will be playing the role of the grammarian. And as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. And as a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day and the theme of the day. Today, the word of the day is inspire, and the theme of the day is motivation. And I will take note of their usage as well. And at the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the General Evaluator. Thank you, and over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh. So with that, I would like to hand it over back to Toastmaster Muthu, the Toastmaster of the day, to conduct the proceedings.
Thank you, General Evaluator of the day, for nicely introducing your role, your team roles and responsibility. Now, without any further delay, now we are moving into the first segment of today's meeting, that is the prepared speech segment. And today we have one speaker who is none other than the enthusiastic, energetic, and passionate Toastmaster Balakrishnan. Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir, is now doing his path completion from the pathway leadership development. Is the topic on reflecting on your path. His speech title is Toastmaster Bread and Butter of My Life. Timer, please note the timing is 10 to 12 minutes. The instructions are already given by Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir. And you can start your speech, sir.
Before that, timer, hold on. And Mr. Muthu, you are also my evaluator, apart from being a Toastmaster of the day. Can you read the objectives on the reflecting on your path?
Sorry for that, sir.
No.
So the purpose of this project for Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir, is for him to reflect on his or her, on his growth during the completion of an entire path. The purpose of the speech is also for him to share some aspect of his growth during the completion of his path. Over to you.
Wow, what a nice introduction. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthu. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. You know, already I have interrupted the timer. Sorry for that. And, you know, it's a big speech because 7 to 12 minutes. And also, I wanted the evaluator to come in and give a proper, you know, what is the objective? Why I am doing this? As a Toastmaster, we are coming here, we are preparing and delivering a speech. We look forward to the beautiful evaluation. Why I remember this? Evaluations have improved my career. Just to give you, I was nervous when I had to introduce myself on the Toastmasters journey in Doha in 2000. I started that. I'm very old, not only in Toastmasters as a man, also I am an old person. In humorous speech, I could have given a lot of anecdotes from Toastmaster journey, but still I kept for this meeting for path completion. There, I just want to tell you one thing. Looking back, it was a humorous speech contest, happened on online just a couple of weeks back or last month. Same day, I was traveling from Chennai to Bangalore and overnight flight, and there was a 6 hours layover in Bangalore. When I was traveling to Varanasi, in the car I kept and I was giving a contest. Why I'm mentioning? Because I just remembered the quote of this one, Abraham Lincoln, and he traveled that day, he delivered. I thought I will win the humorous speech on that day, changing the speech on the last minute. Whole night I did not sleep. I was planning what Abraham Lincoln, when he traveled from, towards delivering this. Only one difference. He went to rededicate to the nation because dead people who fought for the American independence or whatever, industrial revolution at that time, there was a lot of problem. So he fought for that and he wanted to rededicate, and he has gone to the graveyard for the people who died. Here, my travel was from Chennai to this for my parents, father and mother. In Varanasi, I want to do the, some belief, and we do. I thought that way. Before going to that, we stopped in Varanasi somewhere to, breakfast or anything. I waited for this speech and I delivered. What is the relevance of all this? Why Toastmasters? That Toastmasters has given confidence to deliver an impromptu humorous speech contest at area level. And I know winning or losing is not important. That day, I wanted to satisfy myself. I gave a humorous speech for my satisfaction. I could have given what I did, prepared and delivered in club contest, same thing, slight modification, then I would have remembered. There I know, even in the beginning or in between, I'm trying to adjust so many things because it was not a prepared speech. In the contest, I have gone. Why? In last 10 or 15 years, I have conducted youth leadership program, and looking back, the pin one by one. This is a pin given by Toastmasters. This one in Doha. I was a sergeant at arms in 2003-4, and then this is another pin we used to wear here so that we know we are the VP membership. Then 2005-6, this was given as VP education. Why so many things? Because number of clubs before 2006 in Qatar, it was not even an area. Then it became an area. Then division. Now it's one of the leading districts in the world, Doha Toastmasters, and the entire Doha. Why I am saying this? When I came 2006 and 7, I did not go to any club. Chennai Toastmasters was the only club available. So I have come. I'm new. So how I will become president of a club? Madras Toastmasters Club in 2009, March to before July incorporation, March to September, I was the president. But in Toastmaster International site, it won't be there. That's not a problem. Who created this club? That's not important. How this club came, I'm not sharing anything now. This club was launched in 2009. Okay. It was supposed to be in T Nagar near to my house. Okay. That was, we conducted the demo meeting, all those things in Andhra club. Then we moved to Andhra Chamber of Commerce, Jayakar and Tirunadharao, Adi Varahan, so many people. 17 new people. Me and a couple of other people were there. This club has come. This is more important. Why I'm sharing this? I became a president in Taska Toastmasters, Tamil Nadu Social and Cultural. Bahrain, I was the president. In Kuwait, before coming here, I was the president of a May Springs Club. Why I'm saying this? Because wherever you go as a Toastmaster, you will be recognized. I have to reflect on the past. Before past, in 2001 to 2009, here in this club, I gave CTM and CL and AL. What is CL and AL? Competent leader, competent Toastmaster. These are all gold. When I left from here 2009, even I dropped this. I was the given area governor in 2009 to 2010 to head Doha, Madras Toastmasters Club and few other clubs, PayPal and CSC computers, many things. But I left because I got a job in Bahrain. I went. I did not join Toastmasters between 2009 and 14. Again, instead of CTM, there it is competent communicator. I left everything. I could not proceed towards DTM in my old path. In 14, 15, 16, I was there in Bahrain, where I could not become an area director because there I knew nobody I know. Then I moved to 18. I moved to Kuwait. There also they gave me president because I cannot become a area director or division director. Some people they came in, you are so senior in Toastmasters, why you are not becoming area director? I said, I don't know about the 4 or 5 clubs. Toastmasters, even I'm getting vice president or president or, senior head of in my own profession, reinsurance and all. But in Toastmasters, getting that area division is very difficult. Why I'm sharing this? You have to be in the same place. Rolling stone, when you go from one place to other, people don't recognize you for area. People don't recognize you. Recently, I have seen many of the people only 3 years, 4 years, because number of clubs are more, they can become president, they can become area director, they can become division director, all this part. Why I am saying this? You are all young. In life, preparing, presentation, organizing, timer role, grammarian, so many things are there. When you take up, what is I'm passionate about it, conducting youth leadership program. Some of the speakers, very good speakers, are teenage people. Okay, I have conducted. Madam Gayatri is here. Madam Toastmaster Sriram is here. There, even Anirudh, benefited from that youth leadership. When you go and speak to other children, you learn more. Do you agree, Anirudh? You learned anything?
Yes, sir.
It was wonderful. And Madam Gayatri, you should be VP Education, because she organized for 8 weeks doing, agenda. It's not so easy. She did. What do you think, Madam Gayatri? What's your view?
Yes, of course, sir. It was a great learning. And even before I took any roles in Madras Toastmasters Club, getting into the youth leadership program, it taught me a lot. Yeah,
This
thank you for that opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for
sir.
that. This I conducted. Sorry, you were saying something, because I thought you completed. You want to add?
No, I said thank you for that opportunity.
Shukran in Arabic. Okay, shukriya. In short, already I received from that principal. They are asking me whether I will conduct in this December or January. That's why I'm saying anyone is interested for being a coordinator or involving. This time it is restricted. Why? Because they are going to conduct physical meeting, not online. So I may need less people. I have to guide people. That is one. What about Sriram? What's your quick call on youth leadership program? What learnings you made? And quickly, you have only 30 seconds.
Yes, sir. It was a great experience, like Willie said. OLP is, of course, this is my second OLP, which I did last year with you. And, being an international forum, that too doing online for, people who are from different country, it was a great experience. And I really love to work with you, Balakrishnan sir. And you did a great job. And
thank you.
collectively, we did a great job.
I'll take more compliments, yes, from later. And to continue with the project, thank you, Sriram. And it was wonderful for me to get this feedback. Why I'm sharing this again is people should go and do outside the Toastmasters. What I did in Toastmasters is different. What I learned from Toastmasters outside Toastmasters, something different or great. People respect you, lot of respect. There is no politics here. This is one aspect. What I achieved after, competent communicator, which was the old method, and pathways. This is new to me. Pathways is new to me. After 15 years, again, I'm starting journey towards DTM. I have not achieved. Why? Because rolling stone. And Toastmasters have changed in the last 15. What I wanted to do and understand from you all, and Saravanan, I am unable to see you. I did not pin you. Okay, good. Thank you for that, because suddenly I could not see you about the timing device. One thing I appreciated is that in Toastmasters, lot of people, they come and give feedback, evaluators, mentors, so many things. This is where I'm coming. Inspire. Each Toastmaster, they will inspire you. They give a speech, prepare, and they want you to learn on many topics. They come with this one. People like me, we want to take up and do mentoring to other people. This is like motivation. Now I'm giving a motivational speech for people to today. I'm sure at the end of this meeting, we have a guest, and we know Vaishnavi will become a member. And Anirudh or Saravanan, the other Saravanan, we have Venkatesh, who is also a very enthusiastic new Toastmaster. I want them to benefit. We want to motivate them. As a senior Toastmaster, we want to change. We want to be a mentor. We want to be a guide. We want to be, advisor. All this. This is what makes Toastmasters wonderful. Why I said bread and butter? Because bread, what is bread? What is butter? We make sandwich, right? Same thing. That is called toast. Only here we say cheers. Welcome to Toastmasters. We raise a toast. We say, what is that? You need a champagne for that? How many of you need a champagne for toast? Oh, no hands. So all are teetotaler, non-drinkers. But in Toastmasters, we toast for the success of others. We encourage people. We want everyone to succeed. We want people to be a leader. So yesterday, the nomination for this club is over. I can become, I am not a real, as per Toastmasters International, president of this Madras Toastmasters Club. I can try, but my aim is something bigger and want to do many things for this club. Without being a leader also we can do. With this, I just want to say that bread and butter of my life is Toastmasters. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir. It's a wonderful motivation speech for all of us. So you nicely shared all of your experience through the years, and it was a lot of lessons, a lot of learning from you. With this, we have come to the end of the prepared speech segment. Now since we got a lot of time left, and I would like to share a presentation, but it's not a part of the prepared speech, but I'm presenting as a motivation speech. So let me share my screen. I hope I'm audible. My voice is loud and clear.
Yes,
Yes,
Madhu.
Madhu.
Yes, it's audible.
Yes, Madhu.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Muthu.
Yes.
Now, we all want to be successful in our life. So that's what we are always focusing on in our life. For that, we are doing a lot of things in our life. Now I want to share a book that has transformed many of people's lives, and I'm one of them. Now, how many of you read the book, The Success Principles? How to Get from Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield? Can I see a raise of hand? Yes, I can see a few hands go up. It's a wonderful book by Jack Canfield. I recommend all of you to read this book. I'm sure it will help you to take you to the next level from where you are to where you want to be. And this book is filled with a lot of principles. That is what this book is about. This book has more than 64 principles. Now they have made it as 67 principles. So 67 principles. This is something you could master it in a year or two, but in this short period of time, we are together. We're going to discuss about the number one principle. I will tell you what it is in minutes. Before we begin, I want to start with some cartoons. So before COVID has changed a lot of things in our life. Before COVID, people often say, even parents often say, stay away from negative people. Now, what people mostly say, stay away from positive people. COVID has changed a lot of things upside down, made offline to online, even hybrid. There's a lot of changes COVID has brought. Now, we all want to give 100% all the time, even at work. So it's a simple formula to give 100% at work. You can give 12% at Monday, 23% at Tuesday, 40% at Wednesday, 20% Thursday, and 5% Friday. This way, you can easily give 100% at work. I hope it works for most of you. If you go like this when you try to meditate, Om, Om, Am I in this moment? Is this the moment? Will I know in this moment? I'm hungry. I want chips. How many of you go like this? Now, teamwork is very important in our life because sometimes we may need a hand. Even the pandas can teach us the teamwork. The Toastmaster is all about the teamwork. Now I would like to share a story from Kenneth Bering. Kenneth Bering was a millionaire. He was the co-owner of the Seattle Seahawks football team in US. He said his life has came through in 4 stages. The first stage he calls the stuff. He said he thought he'll be happy if he made a lot of money. So he went out, he made a lot of money. He bought nice car, nice home, even plane. He bought all the beautiful stuffs he could think of. But he said he still wasn't happy. He don't know what to do. He thought he might need some better stuff so that he will be happy. So he bought a bigger car, bigger house, even bigger plane. Still he wasn't happy. He thought he might need some different stuff so that he will be happy. So that's where he bought the Seattle Seahawks football team. But still he wasn't happy. He don't know what to do. That's where he entered the 4th stage called the purpose. He said, at the time, one of his friends called him to come up with him to Europe to donate wheelchairs to the kids who lost their legs in the landmine. He said, sure, I got nothing better to do. So he went with him with a plane full of wheelchair. So they went there and one day they started giving away the wheelchairs to the kids who were lined up. At the time, one of the kids who received the wheelchair from Kenneth, he didn't let go of his leg. He said, please don't leave it. Let me look into your face so that I can memorize it. Because I want to thank you one more time when we meet again in heaven. He said that moment brought him pure joy. He finally realized that his purpose was to serve other people. He went back home and started the Wheelchair Foundation and started giving away a lot of wheelchairs to the people who are in need. He was finally extremely happy. And the joy comes from being on service. He finally found his purpose. His purpose was to serve other people. Now the key here is when you are on purpose, success comes to you. Success is a byproduct. Be a go-giver than a go-getter. He also wrote a book called Life on Purpose. It's about helping people finding purpose in their life. Now, this person, Orrin Hudson, he was a US chess champion. He said, success is like knowing the combination of the law. It doesn't matter who you are, male or female, black or white, high IQ, low IQ, doesn't matter which country you are living in, went to university, didn't went to university, doesn't matter. If you know the combination to the lock has to open for you. And that's what I want to share with you. A system that's a combination to the success. Now, this is contained in the book, The Success Principles. In this book, there are 67 principles of success. 67. That's a lot. That's something you can master it in a year or two. These principles always work. They work exactly like that gravity. Now, if I drop a pen, it will fall down. It has never fallen in my life, and it will never do. So this principle works exactly like the gravity. It's not about the brain power. It's about how to use your brain to get the thing you want. So if you know these principles, like you can take advantage of them. Now, probably come across this person, Jim Rohn, a motivational speaker and author. He said, you can hire other people to do your push-ups for you. I can hire you to do push-ups for me. I can't expect you to go to gym so that I can get bigger muscles, I can get fit. That's not going to happen. Of course, certain things you can delegate, but not everything. I can expect you to meditate for me so that I can get higher conscious. That's not going to happen. So the things you have to do something you have to do, and only you can get the success you want. Now, I want all of you to repeat this phrase with me on a count of 3. I love this phrase. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Now, let's start. If 3, 2, 1. If it's meant to be,
it's up to
If it's meant to be, it's up to me.
Thanks.
If it's meant to be, it is up to me.
Yeah. Thank you all for doing this. Now, what this means, most people are not interested in your success. Have you ever noticed that? They just don't care. The person sitting next to you on a plane or bus, they just don't care whether you are successful or not. It's really all up to you if you want to be successful. Now we are moving into the number 1 principle. Take 100% responsibility for your life and your results. This is the basic of everything we're gonna learn. Notice it doesn't say 99%, it says 100%. Now what this means, there is only one person in this whole world who is responsible for everything that happens to you. And that person is you. So if you want to be successful, you have to take 100% responsibility for your life and your results. This means you have to give up all blaming, all complaining, all excuse making, and stop looking at the world saying, if the world were different, I would be better off. This means that you have to take 100% responsibility for the level of your health, wealth, for the level of your finances, relationships, having fun, and all of that. So basically, you are responsible for your life. So you have to take 100% responsibility for your life and your results. You may say, that's unfair. How can I take 100% responsibility for everything that happens to me? But the one who achieve 100% responsibility for their life and their results, they are the high achievers in every field. They are the highest paid entrepreneurs. They are the highest paid athletes. They are in the top of every field. So I want you to act as if you are 100% responsible. Now there is a little formula called E plus R equal to O. This means it literally, this is a law of life. This is also called the law of life. It literally means the events in your life plus the response you have for the event produces, E stands for the events in your life, and R stands for the response you have for that event, and O stands for the outcomes we get. It literally means the events in your life plus the response you have for the event produces an outcome. The outcomes are how healthy you are, how wealthy you are, how good your relationships are, etc., etc. Now, after this moment in your life, everything you have in your life is an outcome of how you have responded to an earlier event in your life. You may like it or you may complain about it. Now, if you don't like the outcome, what you are currently getting in your life, you have basically 2 choices. You can blame the event. That is, you can blame your boss, you can co-workers, your spouse, your kids, the economy, the politics, the environments, all the stuff you could think of. Or the second choice you have is to change your response to get the outcome you want. Let's say if I put 10,000 rupees in front of you, that's an event. You take this money, you go out and party with it. That's a response you have for the event. At the end of the year, your net worth would not have changed much. That's an outcome we get. Now, what if I put another 10,000 rupees in front of you? You take this money, you invest this money carefully in a mutual fund or stock market. At the end of the year, your net worth will have gone up to 12 or 15,000. The same event, different response, different outcome. Now, what most people do when they don't get the outcome they want, they blame the event. Blaming the event is just a waste of time. It doesn't produce any better outcome. The power is in your response. You have to change your response to get the outcome you want. That's a kind of experiment. You have to try as many things as you can to get the outcome you want. That's where the word responsibility comes from, your ability to change your response. Now the formula E plus R equal to O is just like 2 plus 2 equal to 4. Now if we don't like the outcome 4, if you want some other outcome, say you want a better outcome like 5, yeah, all you have to do is change your response, because the event is something you cannot change, you cannot control. So all you have control over is your response. Make it 3 so that you will get the outcome you want. Because tsunami happens, pandemic happens, we got nothing to do over it. All we have control over is our response, so that we can get the outcome we want. Now, if you want to be successful, you have to give up all blaming. Let's look at some of the things people blame about. People blame about the economy, the prices, the traffic, weather, the computer system, China, Mexico, television, internet, the board of directors, national office, boss, employees, members, wives, kids, parents. These are some of the things people blame about, and not more. The blaming is just a waste of time, because it doesn't produce any better outcome. So if you want a better outcome, you have to change your response, because 99% of these things you cannot control. Blaming a thing outside of your control makes you to play a victim role. You may say that if that didn't happen in my life would be better, but it did happen. So we are constantly challenged to grow, to pivot, to learn new skills, to partner with people. So if we want to be successful in our life, we have to give up all blaming. So other thing we have to give up is complaining. Stop complaining about all the things we just saw people blame about. Complaining is literally means that you have a reference point that something better exists, that you are not risk creating it. If let's say, have you ever people complain about gravity? Because if there is no gravity, people don't fall, people don't break, they get fractured, things don't get broke. We can avoid all sorts of accidents. We can literally make a lot of savings in this world. We can save a lot of lives. But even gravity has done a lot of these things, but we don't complain about gravity. Why? Because gravity is what it is. We have nothing to do with gravity, because it's a waste of time complaining about gravity. So all we have to do is change your response. If we complain about something, it really means we can do something about it. Otherwise, we would not have complained about it. So basically, whatever it is you're complaining, the time spent during that, the mental efforts spent during it could be spent in reading a book, or listening to YouTube video, or asking other people how to solve that problem. So basically, you have to give up all blaming, all complaining. Now, how many of you know this person? Martin Luther King Jr. Do you remember his famous speech? I can see a lot of hands go up. Do you remember his famous speech? I have a complaint. Do you remember that? No, he didn't say that. He said, I have a dream. He got a lot to complain about, but he didn't say that. He said, I have a dream. He knew not to focus energy on what he don't want. He said, all boys and girls, no matter what their color, race, religion, background, they must be judged only on the basics of their character, not by the color of their skin. So don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you want. Don't focus on blaming, complaining, and all the stuffs. Focus on what you want. Think about it, talk about it, think about your goals, visions, affirmations, speak about it. Be grateful for what you have, so you will have more of it. So basically, you have to give up all blaming, complaining, and excuse making if you want to become successful. Now I want to share this little story about this little kid. He's a Maddie Christian. He was interviewed when he was 11 years old. This kid has born with no arms past the elbow, no knees past the leg. He got prosthetics, as you see in the picture, and he was a pitcher in his little league baseball team in New York. The team he pitched on became the second in the state finals. That's how good he was. A kid born with no arms and no legs become a pitcher in a baseball team, and the team has won the second, become the second in the state finals. They have lost to another team in the final, otherwise they would have become the champions. When he was interviewed, he said, it's not an obstacle, it's a problem to be solved. He also said, you have to give up all your excuses and you have to become solution oriented. That's an attitude we need to have. When he got nothing to complain about, and what for us? Now, there are only 3 responses we have control over in our life, and they are the thoughts. The thoughts what the thing we think within yourself and are allowed. The images we visualize, daydreaming, visualization, and all of that. And our behavior, what we say, how we say, what we do, how we do, and all of that. Now, I want all of you to focus on the power of your thoughts. Now, I want you to write 5 things that you think you can't. You can type it or you can write it, whatever you comfortable you can do it. Now, I give you 30 seconds. You write 5 things you can't. Before you start, let me explain what it is. It may not be something complicated. You can write something simple as I can drive, I can make money, I can get promotion at job, I can wake up early, or I can focus on my goals. Something simple like this. So I want to write 5 things you think you can't. Now you can start. 30 seconds. Now stop. Now what I want all of you to do is rewrite the same things what you have written I can't as I won't or I choose not to. It could be if you have written I can drive, you could write I won't drive, I won't make money, or I choose not to drive. Not both, I won't or I choose not to. Again, I got 30 seconds. So you just rewrite the 5 things you have written earlier. Now stop. Now, how many of you noticed that it felt different when you said I won't instead of I can't? Can someone unmute and share your experience? What was the difference?
Yeah, so our inner feelings, might be different.
Give some freedom, right, sir?
Yeah, I found some kind of, my consciousness. When I say I want, I found it difficult. I felt that I'm violating my own consciousness.
Or I can add another point also. When I say I can't means I have not learned to do the thing. But when I say I won't means I'm not passionate about it, no more interested in it. That's my view.
Thank you, sir, for sharing. So when you say
I can't means we are self-doubting ourselves. I won't means we have made a decision that we won't do it. Like that.
See, actually, I want to share my view here. See, it's like I can't, what comes to our mind is that, like, whatever I want to do, I'm trying to, recollect those points and then I'm listing it down in I can't. So that is contradictory to what is I want. So whatever I want to do is only mentioned in I can't.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks for sharing. So, good thought. So basically, when you say I can't, it literally means you get rejected. But when you say I want, you have a choice that you are literally choosing not to do. But it's not. It doesn't mean that you can do. So you have choice. You have freedom. Basically, the word "can" is a lie. Whenever you say I can't, I wish I were able to, I shall try. These are all ways of saying I'm not capable of doing that. The word can't is a lie. When you say I can't, it disempowers you, it weakens you. So I want to eliminate the phrase can't from your vocabulary, transform I can't into I can. So if you want to be successful, stop using the word can't. Now, we have come to the end of this session. So I want to end this session with a story, something which I love. This is about a old woman. She was diagnosed with a terminal illness. The doctor said, doctor has given her maximum 3 to 6 months to live. The woman immediately called her pastor and said the whole thing. The doctor said, the pastor said, "Please don't worry. We will we'll do something about it. We can treat you. There are a lot of techniques available." The women said, no, I'm not worried about that. I lived a very long life. I achieved all of my goals. I want to leave this world peacefully. Please come and plan my funeral before I die. Pastor said, I didn't say okay for that. Didn't say he didn't pacify. But the women finally said, somehow convinced the pastor to plan the funeral. So one day they started planning the funeral for her. He said, I want this dress to be worn. I want this flower. I want this song to be sung in my funeral. I want this stuff. I said all the things he could think of. And finally he said, I want the Bible in the left hand and the fork on the right hand. The pastor said, wait, I understand. You are very religious, so you want the Bible, but why the fork? The women went on to say, when I was younger, I used to attend social gatherings at my church. At the time, when the main course is over, someone would come over and say, save your fork. Whenever they say save your fork, it's going to be something delicious like apple pudding or chocolate cake. From then on, whenever I hear the word save your fork or keep your fork, I know something better is about to come. So during my funeral, when I'm about to bury it, people will come over my casket and will see with the fork on my right hand and will ask you why the fork. You tell them the best yet to come for her. Now for all of you, the best is yet to come. And thanks you so much for listening. And thank you all.
It was a great speech, a great inspirational speech for the week to start ahead. Thank you.
With this, we can take a break for about 10 minutes and we'll be back in 10:20. So 11:20.
Save your fork.
Thank you, sir.
Because you are the Toastmaster of the day and there is no evaluation for you. So it's better to give a big round of applause. 10 minutes, no? Okay.
10 minutes break. So after that, we have the most interesting session of Toastmasters. The table topic session going to conduct by Toastmaster Sriram. So we'll see you. Timer, please let me know once the break is over. Dear Toastmasters and guests, now we have come to the end of the break session. Now we are moving to the most interesting and entertaining segment of the Toastmasters meeting, that is the table topic section, which is going to be conducted by our seasoned Toastmaster Sriram. Now let me give his intro. Toastmaster Sriram sir he was the past president of Madras Toastmasters Club and also played other roles like mentor coordinator, YLP coordinator. He's a product head by profession at Secure Solutions and provides data security solutions based on Microsoft Azure technology. Music is his pastime and is passionate to network with like-minded people. Now let me welcome Toastmaster Sriram to this virtual dais to conduct the table topic session. And over to you, Toastmaster Sriram.
Thanks, Toastmaster Muthu, for that introduction. And of course, we had a very great inspirational speech from you as well. Very good morning, all, my dear fellow friends, guests, Toastmasters. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So now it's time for table topics. As you know, table topics is one of the more interesting sessions. Of course, I hope I'll do my best to make it interesting. And for those of you who are new to table topics, particularly guests, table topic is actually an opportunity to enable speakers to think on their feet and deliver a speech. And it will be we call as 1 to 2 minute speech. And the thing is that you'll have timer who will be monitoring that. So at the end of 1 minute, the timer will show green. Then at the end of 1.5 minutes, it will be amber. At the end of 2 minutes, it will be red. And there's a grace period of 30 seconds. So you can give a best to think. Maybe you'll also get a 30 seconds time to think about and start delivering the speech. So without much time, I'll quickly jump into the table topics. Let me do a screen share. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
So happy Thanksgiving to all. So I think most of you understand Thanksgiving is one of the this is the week it is being celebrated in the United States, primarily by for the shopkeepers, shop owners who actually, as a goodwill gesture, they actually give some concessions to the customers, discounts. And this is the period. It's celebrated on Thursday and Friday of this week, and we call it a different name. Any guesses? What do you call in Chennai?
Aadi Kadiya.
Yes, Aadi Tallipadi. Correct. So of course, it happens, I think, some time frame, and primarily again, it is for the shop owners to extend their goodwill gesture to the own customers. And today, as everybody guessed, the topics will be around shopping. And let's quickly jump in. And without much delay, I just want to start with the first speech. I'll just have to make it easier to watch. Yeah. Let me call Toastmaster Venkatesh. Are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Sriram.
So the topic for you is, do we get a better shopping experience in malls or online stores?
All right. Toastmaster Sriram, thank you for this topic. I'm not able to see myself, but I hope
So sorry to interrupt. If you can stop sharing, I'll be able to spotlight Toastmaster.
Oh, okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, timer, you can wait until Venkatesh is ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'll get started. The topic is, as you all saw, whether it is shopping experience is good in malls or in online, right? I think probably the opinion is split. If I ask my wife, even today, she was telling me that she wants me to take her to mall next week, right? So she prefers to go to mall because it's not just the sort of shopping that she gets to do, and most of the time we don't shop much in malls, but you just going around and spending the time. For her, the need is to spend the evening with the family, right? So that is probably what she wants, so she prefers mall. But being me who I am, I prefer online because I don't have to go park my vehicle and pay for that parking. That I feel is a total waste of money. So I feel online is better in terms of getting deals, and I can buy after reading the reviews and things like that, right? So I feel online to be much better. But me, my other people of my family thinks malls are better, so they prefer to go to mall. On an overall thing, I think both has plus and minuses. I would say, from mall's standpoint, if we go, we probably buy more things than what we want, right? We kind of just don't go to the shop that we want, but we go to nearby shops and buy a lot of other things, right? So I feel malls is like kinds of you make impromptu buying more, whereas online probably you there is an opportunity for you to stick to what you want and just buy for that, right? So that's probably what I think is the benefit. And you don't have demand from kids and all, right? With the kids going to shop, it's like they ask so many things to be bought nearby, but more online is there is nothing for them, no chocolates, no nothing. If they want a ball is a ball, that's it. Nothing more beyond that. But that's the advantage of thing. But the family time that we spend and the whole experience of going offline is probably worth it in some scenarios, I would think. Yeah, it's a mixed opinion. I don't think there is one answer to this question. Like both has plus or minus. It just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sriram. Back to you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Venkatesh, for this entertaining speech. So next, I'll just share my screen first. Able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So next, I would call Toastmaster Gayatri.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So your topic is buying products on discounted sale. Is it worth the value? I repeat, buying products on discounted sale. Is it worth the value?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sriram, for giving me this topic. Let me spotlight myself first. Yeah, so buying product on discount is worth the value. Of course, it is, yes, because when it comes to any business-minded person, they will add some additional amount to the actual value, because they are under the mindset that any customer who comes to buy will reduce the price and then only they'll buy. So when it comes to giving offers or discounts, I'm sure that any business or any shops would not go for a loss. It is, of course, going to be on a profit, maybe on a minimal profit or on no profit, but it is not on a loss. So discounted products are, of course, good. But on the other hand, those products will be kept on the shop for a longer period of time. So or sometimes I feel that the quality of the product is also not good if we go on a discounted value. So yes, of course it is good, but at the same time, we have to carefully choose before buying the discounted product. So otherwise, it is very well and good to go and buy on an actual price. But I'm a person who actually does shopping only on some selected stores. I actually analyze the stores and fix it, and I go for shopping only in those stores. So to me, it's I know when they'll give discount and what kind of materials will be provided there. So I will choose it based on the quality, and then I'll buy. And this is my opinion about the topic, and thank you for this topic.
Thanks to Toastmaster Gayatri for the smart response. So next, I would again share my screen. So next, I would like to call our guest.
Yeah, hello.
Who is the guest, sir?
Vaishnavi, sir.
Vaishnavi. Hi, Vaishnavi.
Hi, sir.
So let me just read out the topic. Tell about your memorable experience while shopping.
Okay. Maximum what happens is when we go to mall or when we go for a dress shopping, it maximum leads like my parents or parents will take the lead and will be following and they'll be giving more dress options. Maximum dress shopping will be going outside. That is more a comparatively real experience. When you go for material shopping or grocery shopping, it will be maximum 2 hours, but only a dress shopping can take a day. So when I went there, I met a person, a girl and her mother. They were from a very poor background. It is a very vivid memory for me. She was choosing a dress, and ultimately what happened, her mother couldn't afford it. And her mother was like, it is my the daughter was like, it's my birthday dress. You are supposed to buy it to me. It's mine. And her mother was like, please don't embarrass me. I don't have that much amount. This is something I'm supposed to work on. I'm working on it. Then later, what happened? We were looking at, we were just scrutinizing the situation. Later, we got to know that she was actually working in the same clothing shop. And ultimately, we were starting to understand that even though she's working in that same clothing shop, she has to work there and she has to pay the amount. She will be treated as a normal customer before taking that to be before she can purchase something there. So it was going like that. And she said she'll work for extra 30 hours in that same week to get that same dress. The manager also accepted that, and it was like I was like, see, she's also she's a worker, she's working there, but I can see that they were able to understand the pain of her mother. Just because she can't afford it, it doesn't mean that she can't actually get it. So it's more like, even if you don't have it, you can compensate it with your efforts. So maximum, it goes that way. It was a wonderful experience for me, like an outsider view. So I thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks for sharing this experience. I think guest Vaishnavi. You look very energetic and really interesting experience. Let me just share my screen again. So able to see my screen? So just a minute. So next, I would like to call Toastmaster Saraswati. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Thank you.
So I'm just sharing my topic. The topic: do ornaments enhance our status in the society? Do ornaments enhance our status in the society? What do you, Toastmaster Saraswati?
Thank you. Thank you, Sriram, for that topic. That was indeed a very nice topic. Do ornaments enhance your okay, I really got that topic, but then I'm not able to just repeat it again. I got the crux of the topic. So never, my simple answer would be never, because I feel that ornaments do not enhance your life in any way. But then there are like those tiny things that give us a lot of happiness. For example, I bought a little piece of ornament. I bought a bangle along with my mother. This happened some 5-6 years back. So me and my mother are poles apart. We do not. We do not. We are never on the same page with respect to shopping. So every time when we go for shopping, we always have a fight that this is good, this is not good, and she always say that I chose a very my choices are very poor. So the bangle which we bought, that was a very beautiful moment for me, because that one we instantly agreed, both my mother and me. So that was one of my most memorable shopping experiences, and every time I wear that bangle, I think of it gives me a lot of happiness that my mother and I bought it. Bought it with the same agreement. So that's my experience with ornaments. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah, thanks, Saraswati, for sharing your experience and about your views on ornaments. Let me do a screen share again. Yeah. So now, sharing. Yeah, now I would like to call Toastmaster Muthu. Muthu, are you there? Toastmaster Muthu? Oh, okay, let me call Toastmaster Balakrishnan.
Yes, sir.
Marriage is a workshop where men work and women shop. Marriage is a workshop where men work and women shop. What do you, Toastmaster Balakrishnan?
It's men are from Mars or women are from Venus. All this are there. So going with that, one of the statement is that men historically they work and they claim to work. Whether they work seriously or not, they earn breadwinner. That's what it goes. And in my generation, the last 60 years, I have seen a lot of changes in that. Even I have seen this part, what you say. I was working and my wife was shopping. But at this age, the role reversal. I'm retired, still my wife is working. So sometimes I use her credit card. How many of you will feel this? After IT and so many things, men change job. At the time, men will be, without income, but still women may be working because they don't want to leave the job. They are passionate about it. They work hard. Times have changed. This statement of yours, I would have agreed about 20, 25 years back. I lived in that generation. But current generation, they have freedom. Each one has salary. They purchase from there. Then they say, I need freedom and give my space. We are giving lot of space. The workshop, has become a big space. So online shopping will be done by women. And going with your other statement, when we will drive, I am a DTM in this case, driving Toastmaster. So I will only drive, leave them. She has an independent credit card, she will buy. So I have to say negatively for this statement. It's not that workshop anymore where only men work, women shop. And many a time after COVID and all the things, it has become a norm that both husband and wife should work. And the nuclear family concept, 1 or 2 children, they are also facing this problem that both mother and father. Whether that is a different question and a different table topic, we have to answer it. Coming back to the shopping experience, yes, many a time I sit outside, whether I pay for it or not. They'll be taking, like someone was saying, 1 day shopping experience for them, whole day. But for me, sitting in Pandi Bazaar many a times or Panangal Park, I will remember that instead of paying for it. Over to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Toastmaster Balakrishnan, for sharing your perspective. Very interesting views. And next, we do a screen share again. So let's see what's the next topic. So I'm going to call now Toastmaster Saravanan. Are you
Yes,
there?
sir. Yes, sir.
So your topic, Saravanan. Neighbors envy, owners pride. The topic is neighbors envy, owners pride.
Okay. Thanks for the opportunity, Toastmaster Sriram sir, table topic master. My topic is neighbors envy, owners pride. I don't think so because in my experience on living with Chennai, I nowadays feel that there is not much interaction between the neighbors. So they don't care what's going on in the neighbor's door also. So the topic of neighbors envy, owners pride, I don't think it exists in city life because everyone is behind their own rat race of their professional career. We can assume that while crossing someone, we may assume that we are our stuffs are a source of envy to the neighbors, but I don't think it works that way. People are all happy with their own things which they possess. This is what I can recollect as of now. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Toastmaster Saravanan, for sharing your views. Made a good attempt, and let me do a screen share again. So now I would call Toastmaster Anirudh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So your topic, does product aesthetics play an important role in attracting customers? I repeat, does product aesthetics play an important role in attracting customers? What do you need?
Thank you, Toastmaster Sriram sir. Hope I'm audible again.
Yes.
So the topic given to me today is, does product aesthetics benefit in helping customers?
Yes.
Well, for every salesperson in every shop, they will be having many products, and we as customers, we do online shopping, and we go in person to buy a lot of products. And sometimes we would want some products. Sometimes we would like to buy these some products. Sometimes we would not like certain products, so we would not buy them. So that's where this product aesthetics play an important role, because that is the duty of the shopkeeper and the people of the managing that shop. They have to manage their products well and keep updating their products so that they can keep because when we attend those shops regularly to buy products, then they need to attract us. Then only we would get inspired to buy more. So they need to keep upgrading their products and updating their products. Otherwise, they will not be able to maintain the product for a long period of time, because as we know, everything has an expiry date. Similarly, even the product aesthetics, some products will be very good now, but as days progress, they will wear away, and they will it will not be suitable for buying. So product aesthetics does play an important role in attracting customers, and they have to keep maintaining their product so that it will help in the long term for them to achieve get a profit. So that's about this topic. Back to table topics master, Toastmaster Sriram.
Thanks, Toastmaster Anirudh, for the excellent views you shared. So next, again, doing a screen share again. So now I would like to call Toastmaster Muthu. Muthu, are you there?
He was in everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So your topic, ready-made or stitched dresses, which you prefer and why? Ready-made or stitched dresses, which you prefer and why?
Okay, so it's an interesting topic you have given. So ready-made or sir, can you repeat that? Sir, ready-made or stitched?
Ready-made or stitch. I mean, giving to tailors, right? Stitched dresses.
Yeah. Thank you. I used to wear only ready-made clothes. Earlier, when I was in school, colleges, I used to wear stitched clothes.
I think you are frozen.
Yes, sir. If it's a stitched cloth, then we need to buy a cloth. We need to go to the shop. We need to buy a cloth. We have to go to the tailor and we have to give him the money again, and we have to give the time also. So, what will sometimes what the stitched cloth we get may not be something what we like. It may not be comfortable. And because of that experience, years back, I have stopped buying the stitched cloths, using the stitched cloths. I used to only buy the ready-made cloths, and which has so many, what we call, so many advantages for the stitched cloths for me. Especially if we buy some branded cloths, it will be much more comfortable and even like much more comfortable and nice to wear. So I always prefer the ready-made clothes for the stitched clothes. And also because of this online shopping, so we just make a purchase. We don't need to go to shop also. So it's really getting delivered to our house in 1 or 2 days. So we can wear it straight away. We can go out. So there will be no delays in going to the shop and stitching, so we can avoid all these things. Better go with the ready-made clothes. And back to you, TT Master.
Thanks, Toastmaster Muthu, for sharing your views. Like we said, choice is individuals. It can be go for tailor or those days we used to go for tailors, but now it's ready-made, and of course, choice is again individual. Yeah, so I think we have covered almost everybody. Anybody did a miss? If time permits, we can have one more round. Probably we can have this as outside evaluation. Meaning, audience
actually,
can just.
If you have completed everybody, there is something I want to give a. After finishing everything, I just need 1 or 2 minutes to comment on your topic. One of the topic on neighbors and we bonus prize.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, after this, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I think probably if time permits, we can have the one more round. Muthu, is it fine?
You can take another 10-15 minutes. You can take.
Yeah, no problem. So maybe audience can just consider like an outside evaluation. I mean, the topics so far what you have considered are, the people who spoke can be considered for evaluating and choosing the winner. Maybe we can have one more round with outside evaluation. Is it fine?
Yes.
So that I want to give one more free hand to everybody, and we have a lot more topics I can share. So let me come back.
Sorry. I would like to volunteer.
Who is this?
Saraswati.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Saraswati. So, of course, it's a free hand. You can answer a topic. So let me just screen share again.
Sir, do I have to time them? Do I have to alert them or?
No, you can ignore the timing. Let them speak in the free hand. Okay, but you alert at the end of 2 minutes. Dead. That's okay.
Okay, sir. Noted.
Okay, Toastmaster Saravanan. So who all are qualified, is it?
So all are qualified.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we can maybe share the voting now.
Yes, that is
let the voting. I want to make people get confused, right? Let the voting complete. Then probably I will. Maybe Balakrishnan, you want to share the comments? You can share the comment as the voting gets completed.
Actually, you can put this one, stop sharing, or you can put that neighbors and way owners pride. I just want to, how in Toastmasters everything is correct. Nothing about how the speaker spoke or anything. I'm not commenting on that. It's not an evaluation. I'm only going to give a tip how this can be approached in a different way. Going with the theme. Okay, I will start now. Neighbors and way owners pride. The most admired advertising by Onida. When Onida launched again ECTV and Solidaire, when they were to capture the market, Onida came up with this nice caption, neighbors Sunway, owners pride. With all this, they penetrated the market like anything. This is where we are in this situation in digital marketing. Those days, it was only audio visual between volume and various cinemas. We used to see the ad world taking over. And having worked in Unit India, those times Unit India along with Amul, they used to put a big banner showing that, as Tsar is born, after 3 centuries by Azharuddin, they said Azhar means a sun which is rising. For that, Unit India gave a caption, as Tsar is born. Even today, one of the finest advertisements is by Amul. Going with anything, whether it is Russia-Ukraine war or recent World Cup or anything, when UK took the Prime Minister, they talk about butter or, Amul, any of the products, they come up with, we are in a real, this one, people spending in IPL, several $1 billion. That's why even ICC, I stopped watching the cricket only because the money is going out of India towards UK. Without number of people watching from that UK or playing from that is very limited, but all people are quoted with high crores and other things. So neighbors Sunway owners pride. Don't get carried away by those advertisements. Over to you.
Thanks for that very interesting feedback, Toastmaster Balakrishnan. Like you said, now I chose this topic primarily from the Onida advertisement because those days Onida TV used to advertise this.
I got you.
Yeah, exactly. So very interesting feedbacks, and of course everybody spoke very well, and I really enjoyed. Hope all of you enjoyed. So is the voting complete?
No, sir. Like I've sent the Google form and I'm waiting for the response to be completed.
Yeah, please, all the participants complete the voting because I just want to avoid confusion. The next round is going to be not in the part of the evaluation as per our table. Toastmaster rules. Right? So to avoid confusion, I just want to complete the evaluation. Then let's go on the topics. Maybe you can take 1 more minute to complete the voting. Is it fine, Muthu?
Yes, sir.
So we have Toastmaster Saraswati waiting on the dais, eagerly waiting for a topic.
Yes, Sriram.
So we can close the voting poll. Is it done?
I have got 6 responses, sir.
Yeah, please, audience, please respond with your voting for the best table topic speakers. Hope all of you are qualified, right? I forgot to ask that.
Yes, all are qualified.
Okay, great.
All are qualified.
Okay, can you close the voting poll?
With only 6 responses, is it like, we have close to 10 participants here, sir.
Plus, participants, please respond to the voting poll
We'll
published
just
on the
take a
chat.
minute. If you can help on this poll, let me know if I need to share you the link again.
So, like I said, table topics, generally is, very difficult to give, but I'm primarily doing this more round so that people want to get a free hand without any time pressure. Let's see how individuals want to perform. And, like I said, try to have a, I would say, the best practice is in table topic is like, first, take a few seconds to understand the topic, quickly relate it to your personal experience, then share one or two incidents, summarize, probably add a quote, then say what is that you want to convey to the audience. That's it. So the entire thing can happen in 1 to 2 minutes. So once you start practicing, I'm sure all of you will be confident. Hopefully the new guests as well. This is a very great forum, and whatever you learn here, try to implement in workplace, because in every situation in our work, we always face this table topic. Not only at workplace, or you're at home. You need to manage your family situations. There may be some unpleasant situation. In that time, the people say, the 1 or 2 lines you speak, can either make or break a situation, right? So try to do that, and this definitely experience will add value and improving your spontaneity or on the spot response. So can we close Gayatri and start moving with the...
Okay, fine, sir. Like we have got only 6 responses. Yes, we can close.
Yeah, so audience, maybe I think we'll move on to the next round. So Saraswati, I'm just switching on. The topic is life is short, buy luxury items. I repeat, life is short, buy luxury items.
Thank you for this topic, Shriram. Life is short, buy luxury items. This topic makes me smile, but then I do not agree with this. I feel like life is short, buy small items. I mean, instead of buying one luxury item, you can buy small items that you like, and then you can, relish on it. Because buying luxury items is an expenditure, as well as it takes a lot of maintenance. You don't feel happy just by buying it. For example, you buy an Audi car, you can't just see it. I mean, it gives you happiness, but then there's also something else, the additional expenditure that comes on maintaining that car. All the luxury items come under this category, because every luxury item will have its own maintenance phase, and just for the pleasure of it, buying a luxury item is not advisable according to me. So that's my take on the topic. Thank you for this.
Thanks, Toastmaster Saraswati, for sharing your views. The reason I brought this topic is that recently we have seen post-pandemic. There was I don't know how many of you followed the news. This BMW car, the sales have gone up almost like 70%. That's what the worldwide news says. So, as you know, BMW is one of the luxury cars, and very the percentage of population buy is very minimal. But during this last 1 year post-pandemic, they saw that the sales have gone up by 70%. And that's how this behavior from the their population. So This is one of the statistics we got. So that's one thing. Next, any more? And probably we can have one more round, right? So any volunteers?
Yeah.
Sriram Venkatesh, I reckon.
Hi, Venkatesh. Yeah. So your topic, dress costumes. Does it add value to a person's personality?
Thank you, Sriram, for this topic. So my father-in-law is from marketing, right? So he has he has 3 daughters, right? So the way he has grown up his daughters is telling them that all that matters is your appearance. So both my father, my entire in-laws family, right? My father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my wife and her 2 sisters, they all focus on dress and their personal appearance so much that they kind of think that's the way they have been brought up, and they believe in that, right? And I'm not a believer of that. I don't dress like just a casual wear is what I do, but they are very particular. And I've noticed that whenever I travel with them on like we go to temples and all those things, right? So whenever we go to temples and all, my father-in-law will be dressed like he'll have like a proper dhoti with like big jarigai, right? And he will have a towel on his shoulders and things like that. Immediately people will like, it generates a respect for him, right? And he prides that a lot, right? So I think it kinds of, you need to believe in that, right? I kind of shy away. I get embarrassed if something like that happens, right? I stay in the back, but he kind of pulls me with him and he kinds of go. But yeah, I think there is certain level of personality that gets attached to people who dress well. I think that's the nature. I mean, all the topics that you gave, neighbors and the owner's pride, or the one topic you gave on ornaments, right? Where I feel all of them coming through in some sense. My father-in-law also likes gold, so he himself wears a lot of gold, right? So he likes that. So I see a certain kind of respect that he gets whenever he goes, just by the fact of his appearance, without even knowing who he belongs to. So that's the fact of life. I think people are looking for people like that. Whether you like it or not is something that how you are grown up maybe makes it. I personally don't think it adds value, but I think there are people who thinks it adds, and I've seen in my personal experience that they get a little bit of initial impression, if I may say, by doing that, right? So that's my take and experience on this topic, Shinam. Back to you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Venkatesh, for your views. So let me move on with the next speaker who is interested. Any volunteers?
Yes, sir. Gayatri here.
Hi, Gayatri. So your topic for second round: imported or locally made products. Which inspires you and why? I repeat: imported or locally made products. Which inspires you and why?
So thank you.
So try to limit it to 2 minutes, please. We want to give more opportunity to others as well. Yeah.
Yes, sure. See, I generally don't believe like in products if they are like imported or locally made. I go and purchase the products, whatever is the best fit for me, like be it imported or be it locally made. And see, actually each and every imported and locally made, they have their own pros and cons. So if we are going in for some traditional functions or some other places, then we'll have to go for locally made products only, because that is the one which is accepted by our community. So if I'm going for a marriage function, I cannot wear a jeans and a top and then I can go. So to whichever place we go, it all depends on what for what purpose we are going there. Accordingly only our dressing has to be, it has to happen. So I actually, it is not that I have personal interest on imported on or locally made, but it all depends on what is the next purpose, for what am I going to buy something. So if it's for a function, then I'll go for that particular shop, or if it's for some birthday or some other party, then I'll go for the casual wear. So that is how the shopping will happen. And to me, it's like I love them. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Toastmaster Gayatri, for sharing your preferences. It was very interesting. Next, volunteer, please.
Can I take one?
Yes, Anirudh. So your topic, have smartphones replaced wristwatches? I repeat, have smartphones replaced wristwatches? What do you make?
Yes, it is a it is a very interesting topic. Have smartphones replaced wristwatches? I remember when I was during my childhood days, when I was going to school and all, I used to wear wristwatches to school, and even many other of my friends will wear wristwatches to school and will look at the time and all. But ever since this smartphone has come into existence, people they don't wear any wristwatches anymore. As I said before in the previous topic, we need to maintain the product. Every product has an expiry time. So likewise, even for wristwatches, now the demand is reducing because of smartphones. Now many people to their colleges and all, they only take their smartphones there. They don't wear wristwatches anymore because if they want to look at the time, they can easily switch on their phone and see the time. Yeah. So the demand for wristwatches has reduced, and smartphones has actually replaced wristwatches. So that is my experience on this topic. Back to table topics, Master.
So, thanks, Toastmaster Anirudh, for sharing your views. No, I totally agree with you. No, see, if you see the market over a period of years, there have been product killing a different product that you call. So killing competition, killing its own product, or killing something in a different segment. So that is how the market is also evolving. So move on. Let's have. Muthu, can you have? So it was Muthu. Can you have two more topics?
Yes, sir. Okay. Two more topics.
Yeah. So volunteer, please. Any volunteers?
I will take.
Hello. So should I call?
I will take.
Toastmaster Muthu. Hello? Muthu, you're volunteering, right?
Yes, I'm volunteering.
Okay. So the topic is, does brand value play an important role while shopping? Does brand value play an important role while shopping?
Thank you, sir. The topic which you have given is very important topic, the brand value. Definitely a brand value plays an important role in buying products, especially when you are buying the clothes, then even motorcycles, car, and the luxurious things, not luxurious, whatever the important things we are buying, brand value plays an important role because brand has a value. So we trust the brand, so it is branded. So we believe that it will deliver what it has said. So in that case, we trust the brand and we buy the brand. So brand is very important. In case of perfumes, we trust a particular brand because it trusts, it does what it says. So that's why we keep on buying the same stuff over and over. So brand tends to grow in that value. So we also have a fear that not buying the branded stuff would end up being fatal to us. It maybe a cheaper thing, but it will end up more. So that's why in most cases we trust buying the brand. So that's a good thing because people, most of the time they deliver what they say. Back to you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Muthu, for sharing your views, and I really agree with you. Next, we have one more person, last person, maybe any volunteer, please.
Sir.
Who is this?
I'm Guest Vaishnavi.
Hi, Vaishnavi. So your topic is dress fashion, tradition or modern, which you value and why?
Okay. dress fashion is maximum. I value traditional wear, but the definition of tradition has changed over the period of time.
I think your voice is lost. How about others?
Earlier,
Yeah.
around the restrictions not in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Our dress fashion has continued to evolve around the period of time, and the definition of tradition has continuously changing. That's because the perspective is that you are supposed to continuously change, or else you will be seen as an old person. Even though we don't mind being seen as an old person, the maximum thing that maximum affects us is that we don't match with the crowd. So even though the beauty, every girl or every man will look the most beautiful in traditional, but he can pull off modern too. My emphasis here is that the basic is tradition, but you can also wear it. It is an option, but it's a compulsion. More like it's not. You are given an option if you go to a girl and give her a sari and a salwar, she will immediately choose salwar in these days. But actually, when you find, if you give her two options and choose in which you will be more beautiful, she will be choosing sari. So that's where her priorities lie. When she chooses to look beautiful, she goes with sari. But when she goes for comfort kind of thing, she'll go for salwa, because the emphasis or change of attitude made us believe or trust that the dressings are more or less more like comfort oriented. The more modern your dress is, the more comfortable you will be. So my pace is that my dress fashion always goes with traditional with a modern touch. Thank you, sir.
So thanks, Vaishnavi, for sharing your views on this. I really agree with you. So Muti, should you have one more person? Third close, or shall I just close it now?
You can have one more person.
One more. Okay. Any volunteers?
Sir, myself, Saravanan.
Hi, Saravanan. Yeah. So here is your chance to speak again. Buying products from streets, shops, outlet malls, which is valuable. I repeat, buying products from street shops or outlet malls, which is valuable.
Thank you for giving this opportunity. Actually, a street shop have some local branded, but outlet malls have some valuable branded, high class branded. So always I am prefer for outlet malls for branded for branded things. I'm not preferred for street shops. But few of the things we got from street shop, it's better. But always I preferred outlet malls for brandeds only. For better looks. Street shop things are not visually some better looks. That's why I'm preferred for outlet malls only. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to Pastor Saravanan for sharing your choice. Of course, it's up to individuals to decide. And like you said, preference can be depending on individual tastes. So I think that's it. We had a great session, multiple rounds. So hope all of you participated and enjoyed the table topic session. And happy shopping and happy Thanksgiving week. And of course, happy Avadi Kalipadi as well. So with this, I would like to give the control back to our TMOD Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sriram, sir. So you have done a wonderful job. The topics were very apt and very current issues related. So more than enough people have participated. So it's very, very well done. Now we are moving to the next part of the Toastmaster meeting, that is the evaluation part, which is going to be conducted by Toastmaster Venkatesh, who is the general evaluator of the day. Now I request Toastmaster Venkatesh for the virtual dais to conduct the evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu, and thank you, Toastmaster Sriram, for conducting an extended table topic session. So, coming to the important section of Toastmasters meeting, right, is the evaluation, because this is where we get to see, how each one of us can improve from what we are today. For people who are new, the feedback that's given in Toastmaster, it's like more like you can compare that to rain, right? We don't have rains have stopped. Probably we like the rains like 2 days last week, but it has stopped. So, but you can have a virtual feedback rain that happens today, which is it gently nourishes the person's growth without kind of destroying their roots, right? So that's the feedback session that we are going to have. So for that first, I would like to call upon Muthu to for the evaluation of speech given by Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir. To give a brief introduction about Muthu, he is a biomedical engineer working in Lotus Surgicals in Pondicherry, and his hobbies are blogging, podcasting, reading books, listening to educational materials, and playing cricket. Muthu, over to you, Muthu, for your feedbacks. You are on mute, Muthu, I think.
Thank you, General Evaluator of the Day, for your warm welcome. Now, I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir. First of all, let us congratulate Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir, for completing his path, leadership development. So let us all unmute and give him a big round of applause. So it's a wonderful and great achievement by Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So today, what he has delivered is years of experience. He condensed them into a 12-minute speech that was very inspiring and motivating for all of us. Today, I came to know the new meaning for Toastmasters. Toast for success. It's a toast of bread and butter for life. So that's something interesting from him. First of all, he began his speech by sharing his journey from Doha. That's a beautiful way of opening his speech. And also he beautifully made transitions to Chennai, how he has started is the Madras Toastmasters Club. And also most important thing he shared was when he was in travel to Varanasi, he was supposed to take the humorous speech contest and eventually he went on to become a winner in that. That's something, it's been a great experience and it's been a great experience for him and also it's great lessons for all. So it's something, it's not easy to attend a meeting when you are especially in travel and you call and went on win the contest. So that's really a motivating thing for all of us. And during his speech, his clarity, his vocal variety, and his eye contact, and even his gestures were beautiful. And also audience awareness was very, very neatly done. So he shared his experience about the YLP contest. So how, and also keep on repeating that why Toastmasters is important for not only for him, but also for us. And also he involved the participants of YLP contest to share their experience and by making this speech even more beautiful. So he shared so many things in his speech. So how he came from this Doha and then back to Bahrain, Dubai. So a lot of traveling, it's been quite a long journey of him. It's been around 15, 16 years, but he still continues his journey. There's a lot of learnings. It's very, very much essential to him and also for our club. So it's been a great speech from him, and also he beautifully concluded his speech with by sharing his topic as toast for success. So it's a bread and butter for success, and also use the word of the day and theme of the day quite nicely in the end. So it's been a quite inspiring and motivating speech for all of us, and it's very well done, Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir. And I got very well things to. It's been a great speech, and we all enjoyed that. Actually, you generally were today. So very well.
Thank you. Thank you, Muthu, for that feedback, and also thanks for playing multiple roles today. I know it's difficult to play one role. You are the presiding officer, the TMOD, and then the speech evaluator as well. So it should have been a difficult task for you. Appreciate you doing that, Muthu. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. So let's get to the next item, which is the tag team report. So for that, I would like to call our timer today, Toastmaster Saravana. Toastmaster Saravana.
One second.
Yeah. Sure.
In case of prepared speech session, Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir took 12 minutes 15 seconds. In case of table topic section, Toastmaster Venkatesh took 2 minutes 10 seconds, and Toastmaster Gayatri took 1 minute 39 seconds. Guest Vaishnavi took 2 minutes 23 seconds, and Toastmaster Saraswati took 1 minute 44 seconds. Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir took 2 minutes 15 seconds, and Toastmaster Sam myself took 1 minute 22 seconds. And Toastmaster Anirudh took 2 minutes 19 seconds, and Toastmaster Muthu took 2 minutes 16 seconds. In case of evaluation session, Toastmaster Muthu took 3 minutes 46 seconds. That's the end of my report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravana, for that report. Next, I would like to call upon Toastmasters Saravana and V for the R counter report.
Thank you, Venkatesha sir. Can you able to see my screen?
Not yet, at least to me.
Okay. Just I have starting with prepared speech speaker one. TM Balakrishnan sir. He used word "a" 8 times, one time, and 3 times, but 2 times. You know 11 times. I know 3 times. Why I am 6 times. Then moved to table topic speaker. Table topic speaker one. TM Venkatesh. "A" 8 times. I can 3 times. Like 3 times. Then and moved to TM Gayatri. "A" 3 times. So 6 times. You know 3 times. I know 1 time. Actually 2 times. Then guest Vaishnavi. "A" 12 times and 4 times. Show 1 time. And moving to TM Balakrishnan. "A" 2 times and 2 times, but 2 times. So 1 time. You know 3 times. And moving to TM Saravanan. "A" 2 times. So 2 times. And moving to TM Anirudh. "A" 4 times and 3 times, but 2 times. So 6 times. And moving to TM Muthu. "A" 2 times. So 3 times. And moving to evaluation session. Evaluator 1. TM Muthu. "A" 2 times and 3 times. So 2 times. Thank you. Hand over to General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, Saravana, for that report. I did not realize I made so much hours in the speech, right? So thanks for pointing that out. It comes
Sorry,
subconsciously.
I can't able to share the screen, something issue, so that I am.
No problem. No problem. Thank you. Thank you, Saravana. Next, I would like to call upon our grammarian today, Toastmaster Anirudh, to share his report.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator. Let me share my screen. Yeah, hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Anirudh.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, in the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Balakrishnan used the word of the day twice, theme of the day twice, and used the words layover, rededicate, impromptu, rolling stone, bread and butter, toast for the success of others. And in the table topic speeches, Toastmaster Venkatesh used impromptu buying, demand worth it, and Toastmaster Gayatri used business minded. Guest Vaishnavi used the words real experience, vivid memory, compensate. Toastmaster Saraswati used ornament, poles apart, memorable. Toastmaster Balakrishnan said driving Toastmaster. And continuation, Toastmaster Saravanan used envy, possess. Toastmaster Anirudh, which is myself, I used the word of the day once, and then product aesthetics, expiry date, wear away, attracting, achieving profit. And coming to evaluation, Toastmaster Muthu used the word of the day 3 times, theme of the day 3 times, and used the phrases toast for success, toast of bread and butter for life, transitions. And as a TMOD, Toastmaster Muthu has used so many. He has used the word of the day twice, theme of the day once, and used influence, a motivating force, stimulus, teamwork, purpose. Success is a byproduct. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. E plus R equal to O, that is event plus response equal to outcome. Save your fork, the best is yet to come. And Toastmaster Venkatesh, the general evaluator, he has used what gets measured gets improved. Virtual feedback rain nourishes. And Toastmaster Sriram, table topics master, he has used neighbors envy, owners pride, like that. So that's it from my side. Thank you. Over to general evaluator.
Thank you, Anirudh, for that detailed report. So coming to the overall report, first of all, thank you all for joining this virtual meeting today and participating. I think every one of the role players went above and beyond, right? Be it our TMOD, he kind of had a book review, and we had a lot of table topics over and above the number of people. So that's good. So thank you for taking the extra pain to set that up. And coming to overall how we did today, I think we started at 10:16, at least as per my clock. It's like 10:16, but I think we are ready. One observation that I had, which we could probably think not just in this meeting, even the previous meeting, is that role players, especially new people who are playing the role for the first time, can probably join the meeting a little bit early to make sure that everything works, right? So if you're planning to share your screen, or if you're planning to show the timer cards, etc., right? So better to kind of join and check yours before. That might help to avoid anything. So that's one thing I thought I could share. And one another thing, is for us to improve in online meeting is the timer cards. In certain cases, I think suddenly it came to amber and red without green. So maybe it may be a technical issue with the Zoom, I guess, because it takes a little bit of time to load. It may be because of that, I'm not sure, but maybe that is one thing that we could watch out. And I think overall we had lesser usage of word of the day and theme of the day today. That is one area for us to improve. Maybe more people can try to incorporate that in their speeches. So that is another thing. And TMOD, you may not believe me if I say this, but just today I was thinking that as part of the general evaluator, I can share a idea or a thought that we can have book reviews whenever we have little bit time left, because past 2 Toastmaster meetings, I think we had additional time, so we kind of spent it by conducting some quizzes. And last time our Toastmaster Anand had some impromptu speech by some people, right? I was thinking, why not have a book review? And looks like you read my mind, and you are of the same opinion as well. So, but it was a very good review. I would request you to share the PPT if it's possible, Toastmaster Muthu. I would try to see if I can get that book and go over it. So thanks for sharing that, and overall a good session. Thank you all. Back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Muthu.
Toastmaster Venkatesh for a beautiful for beautifully evaluating today's meeting. So it's been very deep and very informative. So you have observed everything in the meeting. So it's been very useful to us. So hope we will improve things in the next meeting. So now we have come to the end of today's meeting. So it's been a great meeting, even though we have got very few members today, but it's very enlightening and very entertaining. And kudos to you all as a team performance and so well done, great job done by everyone. Now, Toastmaster Gayatri, are the awards ready?
Muthu, I sent the Google form for the best role players. I'm able to get the response. If everyone could vote for the best role players, I'll be able to share the certificates.
Yes. Can we have the feedback of mute and share you?
I think Muthu, your voice was not that audible. I think you are asking the guest Vaishnavi to give her feedback, correct?
Yes. Yes, Vaishnavi. Unmute.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you please share your feedback of today's meeting?
Yes, actually, yeah, it is my first time attending this Toastmaster meeting. More or less, it went like I thought. I have been to these groups like these, working there, asking me to speak. It usually goes like everybody will be speaking, no one will be evaluating, and the way we speak, they won't be analyzing. Actually, the ideas won't be appreciated, the words won't be appreciated. But here, even my articulation, my words, my expression, everything is analyzed and final report is set. And nobody, I can feel that nobody is uncomfortable with evaluation. Usually if someone criticizes, we'll feel bad, or they feel, oh my God, we are being criticized. No, it's not here. It's everybody here are with the only motive that I'm going to learn something. I like that. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of it.
Thank you, guest Vaishnavi. Thanks for your valuable feedback. Hope to see you as a guest. I hope you have Toastmaster Anand's number. Oh, membership. I will share it with you in the chat. So get in touch with him. He will help you to become a member. And that's the beauty of Toastmasters International. So it's about positivity and encouragement and motivation. So it's about becoming a better leader and communicator. That's why more and more people join Toastmasters International. Toastmaster Gayatri, the awards ready?
Just 2 seconds, please.
Okay. I think you got no issues with the preferred speaker and general evaluators. Today, the best speaker is Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir. Congrats, Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir. It's been a great speech from you. It's been inspiring and motivating to all of us.
Thank you. Accepted.
This is for the best table topics, Toastmaster Muthu.
For same Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir. Once again, congrats to Toastmaster Balakrishnan.
Wow.
Sir.
Thank you.
Going today. And we got 2 winners today. Toastmaster Gayatri.
It's Muthu.
Yeah, today we are sharing Toastmaster Gayatri and Toastmaster Balakrishnan. Congrats to Toastmaster Gayatri. It's been a
Yeah,
very good
thank
effort
you.
from you. Okay, and it's myself, best evaluator, because we got today only one evaluator. Next, best role player, and it's myself for the TMOD. And the best role player tag is Toastmaster Sarunan on counter. Congrats, Toastmaster Sarunan. Great job.
Thank you.
The first timer award is Toastmaster Sarunan Velanthuru is for on counter. Congrats, Toastmaster Sarunan Velanthuru.
Thank you so much.
Then we got another first timer, Toastmaster Venkatesh for GE. So it's been a great job from Toastmaster Venkatesh. Congrats, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you, Muthu. Thanks, everyone.
About the awards today. So it's been a great meeting once again. So we hope you all enjoyed this meeting. And tomorrow's meeting, next week meeting will be a hybrid meeting. So I request guest Vaishnavi, if you possibly can attend the meeting online, offline also. So I will share with Toastmaster Anand. He will guide you in this process.
Okay, sir.
So,
Thank you.
with this, I adjourn the meeting to next week, that is 4th December. 4th December. So it's been a great meeting to you today. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you all.
So
Thank
I
you.
have one point here, Toastmaster Muthu. So guest Vaishnavi just wanted to check if you have filled the guest form. I have sent it over chat window.
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, thank you. And so shall we all take a group pic?
Sorry.
All online. Very good.
Can you take the group pic?
Yeah. So guest Vaishnavi and Anirudh.
Anirudh is in 2. So 1 is available.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So who's taking, or should I take?
Oh, yeah.
Muthu?
We are all hands up.
Sorry?
You can take the picture.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, I have taken it, Gayatri.
So while we were talking, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So Toastmaster Venkatesh, you will share it in the group, right? Or if you
Yes.
don't
Or you
have
can
the
take
admin rights, maybe you can share it to me or Muthu.
Yeah, I'll put it in that one group I have access, today's meeting group. I'll put it in that.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all, and have a good. Hope all of you enjoyed the session today.
Sriram,
Yeah.
Black Friday, remember.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Better
Thank
come,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Take care.
Thank you all.
Gayatri and